From the Edge Ice Arena in Bensenville, Illinois, this evening, Roosevelt University Athletics brings you Roosevelt University Lakers men's hockey tonight. An ACHA matchup between the host Roosevelt University Lakers and the visiting Stallions from Western Michigan University. Hello again, everybody, and good evening. I'm Tom Westenfeld. Great to have you along with us here as we come on the air from the Edge in Bensenville. And this is the second game of a home weekend series between these two teams. Last night, these two teams playing in Michigan, and the game wound up to be a 4-1 win over Western Michigan. So both teams coming into the matchup now tonight at 4-2 for the early stages of the 2025-2026 campaign. Two teams about to come out onto the ice shortly. We'll have the introductions of the starting lineups. We'll send it down to the off-ice officials box and Steve Hayes, and we'll have the introductions of the starting lineups and the playing also of the national anthems tonight as we get ready to go for hockey. Winding up a lengthy day here of Roosevelt University Athletics. We were with football earlier on today. We'll be with women's soccer tomorrow. That'll be on our varsity sports streaming platform, Flow College. Starting at noon, Roosevelt University against Grand Valley State. Again, last night a 4-1 victory for Western Michigan. Lakers coming into this evening's game having won 2 of their first 3 games here at the Edge. And they'll go for the split of the weekend series tonight, while Western Michigan will go for the series sweep. So the two teams now have gathered along their respective benches. And again, shortly, we'll be sending it down ringside to Steve Hayes. We'll do that right now for the introductions of tonight's starting lineups.
The matchup features the visiting Stallions of Western Michigan University and your Roosevelt Lakers. Please welcome tonight's game officials, referees Josh Katsemplis and Greg Elwanger, and linesmen Alex Crow and Rocco Garnello. Thank you. Here is tonight's starting lineup for the Western Michigan Stallions. Number 5, Garrett Walker. Number 11, Elijah Puchner. Number 12, Alejandro Apud de la Fuente. Number 17, Landis Mills. Number 19, Ryan Elenich. And starting in goal tonight for the Stallions, number 40, Christopher Mazurek. The head coach of the WMU Stallions is Barry Tornman. And now, here is tonight's starting lineup for your Roosevelt Lakers. From Lake Zurich, Illinois, number 2, Ryan O'Connell. From Lake Zurich, Illinois, number 8, Kevin Euler. From Bensenville, Illinois, number 10, Danny Bazach. From Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, number 28, Tanner Hallett. From Elk Grove Village, Illinois, number 68, Jack Quigley. And starting in goal tonight for the Lakers, from Huntsville, Ontario, Canada, number 70, Nicholas L. The head coach of the Roosevelt Lakers is Billy Carr, and the Lakers' assistant coach is Ben Buchel. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, please rise, remove all hats and caps, and direct your attention to the flag of the United States of America at the north end of the arena. This is our national anthem.
Oh, say can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag
Thank you for your attention and consideration.
Our national anthem this evening as we get ready to go for hockey tonight. Roosevelt University against Western Michigan. It'll be Nicholas L. in the nets tonight for the Lakers, coming in at 1-1 with a 2.14 goals against average. And it will be in the nets tonight for Western Michigan, Chris Mazurek, 3-1 record of 3.18 goals against average. So we are getting ready for the opening faceoff here tonight. Great to have you aboard from wherever you may be as we hold forth in the western suburbs of Chicago. Western Michigan coming out in their black sweaters with the silver trim and silver numerals. They'll be going as we look at it and as you watch on our YouTube channel video stream from our left to right. And the Lakers will be in their home white jerseys, home white sweaters tonight with the black numerals, black and green trim. And they will be moving as we look at it from our right to left. So we are here at the appointed time and hour, and we're ready to go and we're underway. And the Lakers winning the opening draw. They'll play it through the neutral zone, poked away here. Seesawed around the blue line, ran up the near boards. And it'll be flipped back into the Lakers zone. Tanner Hallett has it there, played it now to the near side to Kevin Euler. Euler tosses it ahead, and Western Michigan takes over in their own zone. Stallions play it rink wide now to the near side. Tossed into the Lakers zone. And it'll be Roosevelt trying to clear, went up the far boards. And now the Lakers able to take it back once again. They'll play it now to the near boards. Across the line goes Euler, dumping it in. It rolls around the boards over to the far side. Back to retrieve here, Eliza Puchner. He'll bring it back behind his own net now to the near side. Passed up ahead, and that'll be poked along the near boards back into the Roosevelt zone. Luke Waterston was back to retrieve. The puck played out to the neutral zone. Came now here to the near side. I'm coming off a football game call earlier on today, so I hope you'll excuse that momentary lapse as the puck now back at the Western Michigan blue line. They flip it ahead into the Lakers zone. Just underway, long stretch here to start the game. Puck banked along the far boards, came to center, and dumped back in again to the Lakers zone right on. It'll be covered up by Nicholas L, and we'll have a faceoff on the way. .39 remaining in period number one. And no score in the early stages of this game. Face-off near circle to the left of the Laker net. Here's Lynn Brubaker-Egner on the draw. Went into the near corner. Lakers able to win the face-off. Their second face-off win of the game in the early going. Puck went to the far half boards. Battled for there. And the Lakers finally able to push it out to center ice, but it didn't stay there for long. Actually got reversed back now into the Western Michigan zone. Stallions will spin it back behind their own net and then bank it along the near boards. Kept in near point, and a wrister from there, a riser from Andrew Lozenak right on, and the save by Chris Mazurek, and we'll have a face-off coming up. Personnel changes coming into the game now for Western Michigan. And the face-off coming up, and it'll be into the near corner as Western Michigan flipping it in toward the left wing half board. Battled for here, flipped up to center. Back it goes to the Laker line, taken there by Andrew Lozenak for Roosevelt. Sent out to the neutral zone, and now the Stallions will play it back into their own end. Pass came to the near side to Garrett Driscoll, flipped it up ahead. It goes back into the Laker zone. Chase to the puck here, centering pass into the slot. Puck got poked away, and the Lakers able to get it back. Garrett Walker with a nice attempt as there was a centering pass right in front of the goal. But no shot was available. Western Michigan controlling now in the far corner. Back in behind the net it goes. Came around now to the near side and played back to center. New line change coming on now for the Lakers as Western Michigan back to retrieve. Puck slides through the neutral zone, went to the left wing half board. Battle for it there. Taking a tumble there, Alejandro Apud-Lefuente. But now it'll be taken back by the Lakers. Tossed across the Western Michigan line, but now the Stallions bank it along the far boards as they get possession back. Oh, they tried to connect on a pass to Tyler Fortson. That didn't work out. Puck went back into the Stallion zone. They have to clear back to center ice. Fired right back in along the far boards, back in behind the net. Came around now to the near corner. Able to track it down there was Jamison Bain. Put it over to the far side. Back up the other way now. Across the line, Fortson into the Lakers zone. Went in through the slot, but nobody there. Closest player there was Lane Brubaker-Egner. But it got played back now into the Western Michigan zone. Stallions back again to retrieve. They move it right through the neutral zone, across the red line into the Lakers zone now. Wrist shot from the far side, and it goes flying wide to the near side. I think that was Puchner on the shot. Puck came here to the near boards. Lakers push it back into the Stallion zone. Trying to give chase Michael Somona. Took a little bit of a fall back on his skates, but the Stallions able to take it back. They work it up the far boards out to center ice. Lakers toss it back into the Stallion zone. Controlled for the moment by Mazurek. Left it behind the net. Went over now to the far half board. Trying to gain control there of Fortson. Pinned against the end boards. Came around now to the near side. Western Michigan trying to take control again. They move it over now to the far side. Sent up the left wing boards and now out to the neutral zone. Now back into the Lakers zone it goes. Back in behind the net. Came around now to the near side. Backhanded out to center. Open ice check applied there to Mitchell Goodman, but he stayed nicely on his skates. Lakers get it back. Danny Basac into the Stallion zone. Weaves in through the high slot, but couldn't get a shot away. Puck came here to the near side. All the way up now back to the other end. Ryan O'Connell backhanding out to the neutral zone. Long stretch here again without a stoppage. Banked along the far boards. Lakers control. Well, not for long though, and went into the Western Michigan zone, and now Puchner back to get the puck. Back to the Laker line it goes. Lakers able to gain control again. They can't bring it across the line. Taken back now by Ethan Horan. He'll dump it back into the Lakers zone. Banks in behind the net. Came now to the near side. Able to track it down. Ryan O'Connell. O'Connell up the near boards. Fed it out to the neutral zone. No one there. Actually, they had a couple of players there, but it just kind of skipped through back to the Western Michigan line. Cameron Dames took over the possession. Dropped it back into his own zone. Puck now along the near boards. And into the Lakers zone. Slides back in behind the net. Tanner Hallett kind of nudging it into the near corner. Came back now to the right wing half board. Now tossed right in on net, and it'll be covered up here by Nicholas Allen, who will have a face-off on the way. Not surprising line changes for both teams, as the personnel had to be really tired out. That was a long stretch, 14:34 remaining. I think that went about 4 minutes without a stoppage. 14:34 to go in the period. Here's the face-off near circle now to the left of the Laker net. Back in over to the far corner now and flipped back out to the neutral zone. Dumped all the way back in. Mazurek will leave it, and he'll actually fling it backhand style over to the near side. Took a funny bounce along the near corner, and it came back out and eventually controlled. I think that's Aiden Yorkin with it behind the net. Couldn't tell whether it was 2-9 on the sweater number. Puck now played to center and then dumped right back into the Western Michigan zone. Garrett Driscoll back to get it now for Western Michigan. Driscoll put it over to the far boards. And now back here again into the far corner. Western Michigan, rink-wide pass came to the near side. Now out to center. Poked away, it pops into the air, came down along the base of the boards, near boards in the neutral zone. Put back in now, and again Driscoll back to retrieve for Western Michigan. Played it now to the far side. Stallions into the Lakers zone on the left wing side. The defender there overskating the puck. I think that was Quigley. Overskated it. And Fortson pass in front. They score. Fortson took it into the high slot. Dealt it to the left side. Then a return pass to Fortson. He was right in front of the net and he buried it. And Western Michigan has the early 1-0 lead. So Western Michigan, the first goal of the game. And they take a 1-0 advantage. 13:36 remaining here in period number 1. Announcement on the goal coming up shortly, as we'll have the face-off now at center ice.
Stallions goal by number 27, Tyler Fortson. Off the assist by number 29, Aiden Yorkin, at 13:36 remaining in the first period. Tyler Fortson at 13:36.
Yorkin announced on the assist. And so 1-0 in favor of Western Michigan. Puck now back after the faceoff in the Lakers zone. Play to the far side. Rink-wide pass got deflected back all the way into the Western Michigan zone. Back to track it down there. That's Sidney Pratt. Came to the neutral zone. Lakers able to take it back across into the Western Michigan zone. In deep. Oh, they tried to reconnect there. Is taking it into the zone. They tried to reconnect, I think, with Kohler Crozier there, and didn't work out, and now the Lakers have to retrieve back at their own zone. Tanner Hallett with it now for Roosevelt. Back skates a little bit, footed ahead, and now dumped back into the Roosevelt zone by Western Michigan. Puck came around now to the near boards. Popped into the air. Lakers not able to clear. Scramble for the puck here. Players getting tangled up in the far circle. And Ryan O'Connell says, I'll help out, and he brought it out of the zone. Across the line, a little drop back pass. Skating into the high slot, stick handling in the shot, and they score! Great stick handling into the slot. Quick shot, and the Lakers have come back and retied the game. Kevin Euler got to it, far side, stick handled in and buried it. And so we are all even at 1. That goal coming at the 7:38 mark of the period. So the Western Michigan lead lasts for just over
Lakers
a minute.
Goal by number 8, Kevin Euler. Off the assist by number 2, Ryan O'Connell, and number 68, Jack Quigley. At 12:22 remaining in the first period. Kevin Euler at 12:22.
All right, so 1-1 is the score as after the faceoff, back in action at the edge, and it's put into the Western Michigan zone. Now it came out to center, and a whistle right as Tanner Hallett kind of wrist-shotted it into the Western Michigan zone, and we have a faceoff upcoming. .11:53 to go in the period, 1-1 the score. Face-off coming up near circle to the right of the Western Michigan net. Draw. Came around now to the far side. Nice pass up ahead into the neutral zone. That was right on the stick of Mitchell Goodman. Brings it across the Laker line. Tried to work it in deep. Had it knocked away. Now it goes back behind the net. A little spinorama there behind the net. And now a toss in from the far boards. Deflects to the high slot. Came down to the near side. Toss back into the near corner here by Landis Mills. Puck now went over to the far boards. Lakers are able to lob it out of the zone. Almost called that too early. Now the Lakers have a 3-on-2. They bring it across into the Stallion zone. A couple of players taking tumbles and going into the end boards. I'm surprised there wasn't a penalty call there. Western Michigan back with it the other way. Pass into the Lakers zone. Quick shot here and a blocker save made on the shot that came in from Sidney Pratt. Puck went over to the far side now. Lakers take it back. 1-on-1. Quigley in deep. Lost possession of the puck. That was Mike Abrego, who lost possession of the puck as he went in deep. Puck now back in behind the net. Battled for here. Abrego giving chase but can't get possession. And it'll be back in the possession of Western Michigan. Drew DePoit put it up ahead now. Into the Lakers zone go the Stallions. They try to feed it in front. Nothing going on there. Lakers able to bring it back. Across the red line into the Stallion zone. Shot from the top of the far circle. Deflected away. And now I believe I hear a whistle and we'll have a face-off coming up. So 1-1 game early on. Shots on goal. 4 for Western Michigan, 3 so far for the Lakers. Face-off far circle to the left of the Stallion net. Joey Coglianese on the draw for the Lakers. Puck went into the far circle. Both teams kind of hacking at it there. It went to the end boards and corralled by Garrett Driscoll. Weaving through traffic now. Driscoll back skating here a little bit. Under some intense pressure. Was able to flip it ahead now and able to get to the puck was Jamison Bain. Bain across the line, left wing side. Pass to the high slot. He kind of fanned on it there. It slid into the high slot anyway, and the Lakers able to take it back. They work it across the bottom of the center circle. Dumped in from the neutral zone. Back to get it again now is Driscoll. Driscoll put it over to the far boards. All the way back now to the Laker line. Taken there by Tanner Hallett for Roosevelt. He'll rink wide it now to the near circle. Banked along the near side glass in the neutral zone. It skips by a couple of players all the way to the net. Driscoll again with it after it got tapped ahead by Chris Mazurek. Puck played to the Laker line. Lakers get it back. Bank pass, too far for Danny Bazaj. Cleared back out. Now it'll be taken back by Western Michigan. And driving into the zone there was Apu Del Fuente, but he kind of flipped it in with a backhander, and it kind of bounced precariously, and it was covered up eventually by Nicholas Allen, who will have a face-off coming up. Alejandro Apu Del Fuente working in deep. Face-off near circle to the left of the Laker net. Won by no one initially. Now it got poked into the right wing corner. Danny Bazach trying to help out for the Lakers. Put up the near boards. Came back out. Lakers able to control. They'll bring it across the Stallion line, and they'll be called for offside, and we'll have a face-off on the way. So we're just past the halfway point of the first period. 1-1 the score. 9:12 remaining here in period number 1. Face-off far left dot in the neutral zone. Won by the Stallions. They'll bring it across the Laker line. Little drop back pass here. That was for Brubaker Egner. He got pushed down from behind. Came now to the near boards. Kept in by Western Michigan. Wrist shot from almost to the near point. Went flying wide to the left side. Puck came back out to center. Fortson with it. Into the zone. Into the slot in the Laker zone. Got poked into the near corner. Scrum ensues in the corner. Puck relatively early coming loose. Sidney Pratt trying to get to it for Western Michigan. And now the Lakers able to claim possession. They'll bring it across the red line into the Stallion zone. Tanner Hallett had it. Got rode off the puck there. Ridden off the puck. It'll be taken back now by Western Michigan. Rink wide pass. Nice steal. Lakers back into the Stallion zone. Quick shot here. Went wide to the left side. Good takeaway. And then the shot coming in from Lucas Karowski, but it went wide. Puck back to center. Played here to Bowen Lopez, who put it over to the far boards. Now the Lakers have it again near their own net. They'll bring it up the near circle now. Passed ahead, taken away by Western Michigan. Little drop back pass. They'll bring it across the line now. Horan had it poked away, came to the near side. Lakers send it to center, taken again now by Western Michigan. Mills with it, dumped it back into the Lakers zone. Ethan Horan giving chase, went back in behind the net, came now to the near side. Kept in here near point by Mills for a moment, came to center now. And then it slides back toward the blue line, and while that was going on, we had a whistle. Just below us here, Mills getting tangled up there a little bit with Drake Adams, and a whistle on the way. Face-off coming up now. It'll be near circle to the left of the Laker net. 1-1 game. Here's Luke Gruda on the draw now for Western Michigan. Came into the near corner. Getting to it for the Lakers, Andrew Lozenak. Backhands it over to the far corner. Lakers trying to advance it out of the zone now. With it there was Kohler Crozier. Now up ahead into the Stallion zone. Shot from the far circle. Got deflected wide near side. Puck coming back now to the near side and back out to center. Over to the far boards now and then dumped in from there. Came into the near corner in the Western Michigan zone. They'll bring it up ahead along the far side. Pass now into the center circle. Here's Gruda. Tried to advance it, poked back out to center. Mills trying to gain control, can't do so, and it got dumped back into the Roosevelt zone. Back to get it, Andrew Lozenak now for the Lakers. Lozenak holding behind his own net. 1-1 game heading toward the latter stages of the first period. Contact again in the Lakers zone, the game going on. And the Lakers dump it back into the Stallion zone. Came back in behind the net. Thrown over to the far corner now, and it'll be lobbed out of the zone. Knocked down at center ice here by Dames. Dames brings it across the line. Chips it into the far corner. Dames will come off the ice now as the Lakers are allowed to take control of their own zone. They play to the neutral zone. Deflected away, came now here and dumped back into the near corner. Didn't quite get to the near corner as that was tossed in by Lane Brubaker Egner. Puck down the far corner, centering pass in deep. I think that's Brubaker Egner trying to take it in deep. Didn't have an angle, put it over to the far corner now. Back in the high slot. Quick shot from there. All kinds of traffic in front of the net. Rebound came now to the far side. They try to center it again. Battle for it here. Went over to the far corner. put ahead, and the Lakers now eventually able to control after some harrowing moments in their own zone. Puck came here to the near boards, backhanded it now into the Stallion zone. Mazurek behind his own net will leave it there. Western Michigan controlling near side. Banked ahead. Taken now here by Apud Lafuente. Long pass ahead to Fortson. Wheels his way into the far circle. Sharp angled shot. Stick save by L. Puck came here now to the near side. Taken again. I think this will be Pratt with it. Backhands it in through the slot. Deflected to the far side. Thrown in front. Jam up in front of the net. And a whistle. Sticks high, and then a little pushing going on after the whistle, but nothing serious. And we'll have a face-off on the way. .5:18 remaining in the first period. 1-1 game. Here comes the draw near circle now to the left of the Lakers net. Garrett Walker on the face-off for Western Michigan. Came to the near point, controlled there by Pratt. Pratt backhands it over to the far side, taken away by the Lakers. They'll send it out to center. Players getting tangled up there along the far side, and that allowed the puck to slide all the way to the net. Mazurek pushed it to the near side. Banks along the near boards, catching up to it. Near circle, quick shot, and they score. Short side, it looked like, for Garrett Walker. Caught up to the puck in the near circle and fired it home, and it is a 2-1 lead for Western Michigan. So it will be Garrett Walker on the goal. And that goal comes exactly at the 15-minute mark of the first period. So exactly 5 minutes remaining in the period. And we have a 2-1 lead for Western Michigan. Well, there was such a narrow path to get into the net there. As we'll have the announcement on
Stallions
the goal.
Goal by number 5, Garrett Walker. Off the assist by number 12, Alejandro Apu de la Fuente. At 5 minutes remaining in the first period. Garrett Walker at 5 minutes.
Apu de la Fuente on the assist for the Stallions was just starting to say as they made the face-off here, and we were listening to the announcements on that goal. A very narrow window to shoot through there, and to be honest, it was so narrow I never saw the puck go into the net as the player was right there along with the goaltender. So, but it was able to enter along the short side here, and Western Michigan gets their second goal of the period. Puck now at center ice, and it goes back into the Lakers zone. Back in behind the net, getting to it, Andrew Lozenak now for Roosevelt. He will just wait a little while, leaving the puck there to literally lie motionless behind the cage. Now the Lakers send it here to the near boards. Banks along the near boards. Crozier caught up to it. Wrist shot here coming in about shoulder high. Knocked down by Mazurek, and then he's able to cover it up, and we'll have a face-off. As we play on here, 3 minutes and change remaining in the first period, 2-1 in favor of Western Michigan. Face-off coming up to the right of the net in the Western Michigan zone. Lakers control, backhanded in behind the net. That went to Colter Crozier. He banks it along the far boards. I think it hit one of the linesmen there across the way, and that'll be dumped back into the Roosevelt zone. Lakers take over. Cleared into the Lakers zone might be a better way to describe how that last sequence went. Lakers now across the red line. Here's Mike Abrego across the Stallion line in the right wing. Overskated the puck, and that allows Western Michigan to bring it out. Puck now seesawed around along the far boards there. Luke Gruda trying to get to it. Came back here again, and now lobbed into the neutral zone, knocked down right there. And here's Michael Simona across the line shooting. Went wide to the right. Puck went over to the far boards, taken back now by Western Michigan. Stallions will try to advance it out. Under 3 minutes remaining in the period. Puck now back into the Lakers zone. Roosevelt will go back and get the puck. Up ahead now, Danny Bazach with it. Wheels around in his own zone. Rink winds it over to the far side now. Across the blue line. Pushing ahead. Not yet able to see who has the puck there. Now from the far circle, a backhander. Somehow it got through the traffic. And a save made by Mazurek on the shot that came in from Jack Quigley. So a face-off on the way. 8 shots on goal now for Western Michigan, to 6 for the Lakers. 2:37 remaining in period one. Face off far circle to the left of the Stallion net. Went to the top hash marks far circle. Official right in the way there as well. Large crowd of players in a small space. It goes around now to the near corner eventually. Came to the near point, kept in by O'Connell. Flipped it to Bazach. Rink wide pass now to the far boards. Wristed in from there. And a save made by Mazurek, and he holds on. Still just over 2 minutes remaining in the period. 2-1 in favor of Western Michigan. Face-off far circle. And I believe that'll be Danny Bazach on the face-off for the Lakers. And it is. Puck went into the far corner there, wheeling it around with possession. Jamison Bain tried to clear, can't do it. Puck came to the near side. Spinorama here, and Mazurek able to cover it up and make the stop. And that opportunity developing almost out of nowhere, but it stays a 2-1 lead for Western Michigan. Face-off coming up now near circle. To the right of the Western Michigan net. Danny Bazach on the draw for the Lakers. Came back out to the midpoint, wristed in from there through the traffic. Actually never did get through all the way. Went into the far corner. Back to the right wing point. A blast from there. That was stopped by Mazurek. Puck came again now to the midpoint. Hallett took the last shot. Now it's cleared. It goes back into the Lakers zone. Ryan O'Connell back to get it now for Roosevelt. Lakers play it to the near side to Bazach. He backhands it now, dropping it off. Lakers bring it up the near boards into the Stallion zone. On the drive into the near circle. Hallett back in behind the net. Tried to backhand her from the far side. Didn't go very far. It went into the right wing corner. Back in behind the net now. And it'll be eventually taken here by Western Michigan. Bain, long pass ahead, taken away. Lakers across the line now. Pass here to the far circle. Shot. And Mazurek able to steer it away. Great pass there that came from the near circle from Waterston. Lakers nearly able to connect, trying to tie the game, but didn't do so. Puck came down to the neutral zone. Back to get to it there, Bowen Lopez. Lakers now bring it out of their own zone. Rink wide pass over to the far side. Lakers across the red line. Hallett got bumped at the blue line. Puck got poked back to the neutral zone, then dumped back in by Roosevelt. 1 minute remaining in the period. Long pass ahead. Brubaker-Egner trying to track it down. It was too far for him and went back in to the inboards, but we have an icing call on the way here. 55 seconds remaining in the period. And it is a 2-1 Western Michigan lead. Lakers now have the edge in shots on goal, 10-8 unofficially. Face-off coming up far circle now to the left of the net. Here comes the draw. Went over to the top of the far circle. Wristed in from there. That got blocked by the defense. Came back now for Western Michigan. They'll bring it across the Laker line on the left wing side. Two drop back passes into the high slot. Fed over to the far side. That pass misses the mark, and the Lakers able to take over. They'll wheel it through the neutral zone into the Western Michigan zone. Spinning through traffic, not able to get a shot away there. Blake Martino came around out of the near boards. Kept in and wristed in here from the near point by Lozenak. Somehow it got through, and Mazurek with a stop. Puck now to the far corner again. Martino backhanding it in toward the area behind the net. It didn't get that far. Came back out of the far point, kept in there by the Lakers. And now I believe we do have a whistle with 18 seconds remaining in the period. Puck got put out of play. A new puck flipped in end over end style from the off-ice officials box below us, and we'll have a face-off upcoming. Face-off far circle to the left of the Western Michigan net. To the end boards, Lakers able to take possession. Bottom of the near circle. Sharp angled shot got deflected over to the far side. That came in from Jack Quigley. Puck down to the far point. Wristed in from there. And it got through, and the save made by Mazurek, and he holds on. As we're down to just over 3 seconds remaining in the period. So one more face-off. It may be a shot attempt here for the Lakers in the offensive zone. Face-off. Back in behind the net. Final seconds wind down, and we come to the end of the opening period. So your score here at the end of one period of play, it is Western Michigan 2 and Roosevelt 1. Recapping the scoring here in period number 1. Western Michigan getting it started to the 6:24 mark of the period as Tyler Fortson, his 8th goal of the year, And then the Lakers tied the game at 7:38 on the tally from Kevin Euler. But then at the 15-minute mark, Western Michigan retaking the lead by a 2-1 margin on the goal by Garrett Walker. So it is 2-1 in favor of Roosevelt, I should say in favor of Western Michigan. We are going to step aside, take an extended timeout during our first intermission, and then we will come back with period number 2. Good game so far here this evening with a score after 1. It is Western Michigan 2 and Roosevelt 1. We'll turn down our volume, but we'll keep our picture stream going, our video stream going here on the video end, and then we'll be back for period number 2 in about 10 minutes. Score again, 2-1 Western Michigan. We'll see you on the other side of our intermission break. This is Roosevelt University Hockey. Hello, test, test. And we welcome you back live to the Edge Ice Arena in Bensenville, Illinois. Heading to period number 2, 2-1 in favor of Western Michigan in a game which has yet to see any penalties. We've had a few games this year which have gotten a little bit active toward the end of the game as far as penalty minutes went, but so far none tonight. And we'll see if we can keep that going here in the second period. All right, all ready for the face-off here to start period number 2. Danny Bazach on the draw for the Lakers will be going as we look at it. And as you watch on our YouTube channel video stream from left to right, and Western Michigan right to left. A little bit of a strange face-off here, but the Lakers ultimately able to control. They'll flip it into the near corner, now back in behind the net. Jack Quigley dumping it in. Battled for now behind the cage. Went over now to the far corner, and to the half board it goes, and it's lobbed back out to center. Back into the Stallion zone it goes, and reversed out immediately by Landis Mills. Back around now to the near side. Lakers a rink wider over to the far side. Banks along the boards. Danny Bazach right there on the spot to get to it. Into the slot he goes, but had it poked away at the last second. Puck came to the near side and advanced out of the zone by Western Michigan. And it'll be icing on the Stallions. So just underway, still inside of the first minute of the second period. And again, shots on goal, 12-8 in the first period in favor of Roosevelt. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to check here my notes. And I reversed that and had Western Michigan with 12-8, but it was the other way around. And now we have a face-off at center ice. To the far boards it goes, and Andrew Lozenak back to get it here for the Lakers. Around to the near side. Trying to backhand it in was Karowski. Didn't work out well. And now it came back out to center. Fortson flipped it over to the far side. Now across the line, wrist shot. Swept aside there by Nicholas L. Puck came here to the near boards. Came out to center and taken there by Western Michigan. Lane Brubaker-Egner dropped it back. Now it came here to the near boards to Fortson across the blue line. Stick handling in, fed it into the slot, but the shot not available there. Brubaker-Egner had a chance, but not able to get to it. Fortson again now across the blue line. Took an awkward step as he pushed it ahead. Puck still in the Lakers zone. Now it came out. Getting to it, Karowski across the blue line. Nolan Lopez was to his right, but no pass was made, and that allowed Western Michigan to clear. Michael Simona back to get it. Fed it over to the far boards. Into the zone, deflected in through the near circle to the right wing corner. Back to center. Wristed over to the far side by Mark Abrego. Goes into the Stallion zone. Puck came around now to the near boards. Rory Nish had it there. Came back to center. Lakers trying to advance it across the line when Mike Abrego couldn't hold on to the puck. Went over to the far side and back to center again. Mark Abrego near side. Sends it over down to the left wing side. It goes back deep into the Lakers zone. Looked like there Mitchell Goodman was going to take a golf swing at it. Then he kind of stopped in mid-swing. Puck now loose, far circle. Lakers trying to steer it into the zone. Kind of went back and forth there near the bottom hash marks far circle, but no shot turned out to be available. Puck now back in behind the net. Quigley, beg your pardon, that's Mike Abrego with it. Came around to the near side, and now Western Michigan able to get it back. Banked along the near boards, near side by Rory Nish. Went into the far corner. Ethan Horan giving chase, but the Lakers able to get possession. Good play there. I believe that was Kohler Crozier to get to it. Now players getting tangled up and falling to the ice, and we have a whistle. And one of the players here slow getting up, cannot yet tell the number on the sweater. So we have an injury stoppage here with 16:53 remaining in period number 2. And that Western Michigan player still down on the ice. And trying to gain his balance here. Cannot yet see who it is. Very wobbly coming off the ice. And now the injured player facing us, so again, can't get a look at the number on the sweater. And now they'll take a look here along the bench near side. And we'll have our first penalty of the game. This will be a 5-minute major against the Lakers. This will be called on Mike Abrego. And we'll have the announcement on that coming up shortly. And the injured player was Ethan Horan. I thought it might be 8 on the sweater, but I wasn't certain. And I don't want to identify an injured player unless I know exactly and for certain who it is. And our first penalty of the game will give a long power play to Western Michigan. Conversation going on here near the far circle. We have 16:53 remaining in the second period. It is a 2-1 Western Michigan lead. All of the scoring coming in the first period, though obviously relatively early still in period 2. And now it appears as we will have a face-off coming up shortly.
Lakers penalty on number 59, Mike Abrego. 5 minutes for charging at 16:53 remaining in the second period. Mike Abrego, 5 minutes for charging at 16:53.
So the power play unit on the ice for Western Michigan, driving in here deep to the near circle, is bringing it up the ice was Jamison Bain. Puck now went over to the far boards. Taken top of the far circle. Around the perimeter, back to Bain near circle. Has to get it back after it kind of skipped away from him. Has it back now at the near point. Banks it along the far boards. Right now, Western Michigan trouble really taking care of the puck here. Here's a shot by Fortson. He scores. Well, they had trouble for a little bit taking care of the puck, but no trouble on the shot. And in the power play, it's a 3-1 lead now for Western Michigan. So Tyler Fortson, his second goal of the game. And the goal coming at 3:53 of the period. And now 3-1 lead for Western Michigan. And the penalty will continue.
Stallions goal by number 27, Tyler Fortson. Off the assist by number 23, Mitchell Goodman. At 16:07 remaining in the second period.
Lakers advance it into the zone. Kohler Crozier taking a wrister, but that didn't go very far. It got blocked by the defense. Puck now back in behind the Western Michigan net. Still 3:50 remaining on the power play here now for Western Michigan. A chance to really get some separation. Here's Puchner across the line, deals it to the far boards. Rink-wide pass came back now to the near side. Back to Puchner. Now around to the near side. Puchner again at the midpoint. One timed in now from the near circle and went wide right. And I believe it eventually got poked out of play as that shot coming in from Ryan Elenich, and we'll have a face-off coming up. 3:28 remaining on the penalty. 3-1 Western Michigan with the lead. Just over 15 minutes remaining in the second period. Face-off near circle to the right of the Laker net. Kind of an important sequence right now here for Roosevelt if they want to stay in touch in this game. Puck went to the left wing half board, kept in. Bain feeds it over to the far side. A blast from there, never got through. Blocked by the defense. Puck came here to center. Got poked around there, and I think that was Bain who took a fall, as I think it hit the clear face mask in front of his, that extends from his helmet in front of his face, and he was awkwardly getting back to his skates, but he has the puck, seems to be in good shape right now as he has the puck in his own zone. All right, now with it across the red line and then dumping it in here near side after Bain fed it up ahead here to Aiden Yorkin. Puck went over now to the far boards, skipping by, and now Solmona able to get to it there for the Lakers. Michael Solmona cannot clear, kept in right wing point. Wristed in from there, they try to redirect and it went wide left. Puck came here now to the near side. And it kind of skips into the near circle and then cleared by the Lakers. 2:27 remaining on the penalty here. As Mike Abrego remaining in the box after a 5-minute charging penalty. Played through the neutral zone now by the Stallions into the Lakers' own far side. Good job here as Jack Quigley doing a good job of handcuffing the Stallion who brought it across the line. And it'll be taken back now by Western Michigan again. Quigley was all over him, so much so I didn't see the number on the sweater. Anyway, the Stallions bring it out now. Up the far boards, across into the Lakers' zone. Wrist shot far circle, right on. Save made. Rebound popping out in front of the net. No secondary shot available for the Stallions. Puck came here to the near boards. Thought for a second I heard a whistle, but that didn't happen. Puck now put back in behind the net. Tossed in front. Lakers able to clear. And that puck was rocketed along the near boards and will go all the way back into the Stallion zone. Dropped off here for Eliza Puchner. To the near boards. And then a nice rink-wide pass is Western Michigan. Crisp passing right now. Fed into the high slot, but it got poked away. That pass there was intended for Rory Niche. Puck came to center. And now back across the line, and now Western Michigan will be called for offside, and we'll have a face-off coming up. 1:16 remaining on the penalty to Micah Brago for Roosevelt. It is a 3-1 lead for Western Michigan. 13:09 remaining in the period. Here's the draw, far left out in the neutral zone. Battled for, went to the center circle, taken by Western Michigan. Bain pulls up, backtracks a little bit, then rink wides it to the far side. Up ahead now, Stallions bring it across the Laker line on the near side. That's Fortson. He's having a great game tonight. Back in behind the net it goes, went over to the far side. Tried to feed it for Bain, but now Fortson again with it. Now to Bain, top of the near circle. Bain wristing it in, deflected away by Danny Bazach. Hit the glass behind the net, went over to the far side, and now it'll slide back toward the Western Michigan blue line. Stallions able to take it there. 40 seconds to go on their 5-minute power play. They've already been able to cash in with a goal. Now the puck will be brought back deeper into their own end by Western Michigan. And the Stallions will bring it up from right to left as we look at it. And as you watch on our YouTube channel video stream, hard hit applied along the near boards. Thorhog brought it across the line, but now it'll be taken back by the Lakers. Another hard hit there along the far boards again. 13 seconds to go on the penalty. Stallions back into the Lakers' zone, shooting from the far circle. And it got poked here to the near circle. And the Lakers will try to advance it out. I think that shot came in from Lane Brubaker-Ebner, but now went back in behind the Stallion net, and now the penalty over. Both teams are at full strength. Each team with 12 shots on goal. Fortson back into the high slot on the Lakers' zone. Spins it back now toward the near point. It came into the near circle. Sharp angled shot here. Never really had a chance. Came back now to the near side. Fired in on the left-handed wrister. That went wide to the right side. That came in from Puchner. Puck now went over to the far boards. Tossed in from there. Went flying off the inboards. Came to the left wing corner. Back now over to the far side. And then a one-timer from the far point. And that really never had a chance. It went well wide right. Puck came around now to the near side. Battled for. Looked like they were gonna throw it in front there. Garrett Walker was ready and waiting. Never got a chance to try to wrist it home. Puck went over to the far side now. Brubaker-Ebner put it back in behind the net. Back out now to the far side again. One timed in. Redirect went wide left. I almost thought that might have redirected off a Laker player. Puck now fed in from the top of the near circle. Never got through. Huge traffic jam there, and the Puchner shot never got through. Lakers back into the zone, and from the far circle, a shot never went very far. Now, after an attempt by the Lakers, Western Michigan clears. And we'll have a face-off on the way after the icing. Never did hear a whistle, but there was icing, in fact, called. 10:33 for the second period. 3-1 Western Michigan up top. So far, Tyler Fortson, 2 goals for the game, 9 now for the season. Face-off far circle, came back out to Michael Somona. Stops it with his right skate, flipped it into the near corner. Came back now to the right wing half board, taken back now by Western Michigan. They'll feed it up ahead. Banking through. Niche tried to catch up to it near boards, but Somona rode him away from the puck. But now Rory Niche has it back anyway, and he'll dump it back into the Lakers' zone. Puck goes flying over into the far boards. In the far corner, taking it back. That was Micah Brago. Back now it goes into the Stallion zone. They try to flip it back to the Laker blue line. They're successful. And Brago now takes it back here for the Lakers. Plays it over to the far side. Long pass ahead now. The Lakers not able to get anything going on the left wing. Now Brago with it near right down in the neutral zone. Lobs into the far corner. And as they give chase to the puck, hard hit applied. Puck now loose in the slot. Players getting tangled up. And now it'll be played back to center. Trying to get a shot away there was Kevin Euler, and it looked like he got handcuffed there. He takes a hard hit now along the near side. Puck loose. Danny Bazach over skates. Lakers push it back now into the zone. Taken back there by Sidney Pratt for Western Michigan. Played it now to the near boards, and then it'll be sent back over to the far side, and it gets deflected out of play, and a faceoff coming up. Just past the halfway point of the hockey game, 3-1 in favor of Western Michigan. New puck tossed in. Face-off now for Western Michigan in their defensive zone. Luke Waterston on the draw for Roosevelt. Came known to Western Michigan. Bottom hash marks near circle. Jamison Bain got up and was able to get to the puck. Back now to the Laker line. Lakers advance it. It slides back into the Western Michigan zone along the far side. Lakers able to gain control. They steer it into the near circle. Back in behind the net now. Waterston trying to gain control. Had it poked away. Went into the far corner. Bain trying to track it down there. Got help from his teammates. And the Stallions able to gain control. Played ahead now and into the neutral zone goes Western Michigan. Takeaway here by the Lakers is taken down there on that play. That was Luke Gruda. No penalty. Game goes on. Lakers have the puck in the zone. They'll fire it right on, and a save made here by Chris Mazurek, and we'll have a face-off coming up. .8:32 remaining in the second period. It is a 3-1 Western Michigan lead. Face-off coming up near circle to the left of the Stallion net. Blake Martino on the draw for the Lakers. It goes over to the far side. Martino able to get to it in the left wing corner. Tried to deal it back to the far point, but it was taken away by the Stallions. Tossed into the Lakers zone. That was Brubaker Egner who got to it. Now tries to chase it down in the far corner. Pushed it back. Lakers now able to gain control. They'll bring it across the red line. Far side into the Stallion zone. Wrist shot from the left wing. Right on, and a save made by Mazurek. Puck behind the net. Fed in front, but no one was home there in the slot for the Lakers. Western Michigan back right to left. They'll bring it across the line. Let's see here if that was Brubaker Egner who took the tumble. Back on his skates. No penalty. We've had just one penalty in the game. That was the 5-minute major, which was cashed in on by Western Michigan. And now we're going to have, I think, a hooking call coming up here. So our second penalty of the game is imminent. And it'll be against Roosevelt. This will be Mike Abrego again. Right around 7:40 remaining in the period. 3-1 Western Michigan, and the Stallion power play will again take to the ice. When we resume, the faceoff will be in the far circle to the left of the Roosevelt net. So we'll have the face-off, and then we'll hear the official call on the penalty. As there's the draw.
Lakers penalty on number 59, Mike Abrego. 2 minutes for hooking at 7:48 remaining in the second period. Mike Abrego, 2 minutes for a hook at 7:48.
Power play on the ice now for the Stallions. They quickly gain possession back into the Lakers zone. They'll bring it all the way in behind the net around now to the left wing side. That was, I think, Mueller. No, that was Walker almost traversing the entire width of the ice in the Lakers zone, and now we have a stoppage. .133 remaining on the Laker penalty. 7:21 remaining in the period. 3-1 Western Michigan up top. Face off near circle to the right of the Laker net. Here's the draw. Came bottom of the near circle. And everybody kind of stopped motion there for a little bit as I thought the game had been halted, but it goes on, and now Danny Bazach brings it out of the zone. Tries to get around defenders and lost the puck in the process. Taken back now by Western Michigan. Stallions with it in their own zone. Playing keep away here, Eliza Puchner. Bringing it into the zone. Fed it up ahead, across the line now. Here's Apud de Lifuente. Back in behind the net, came around now to the near side. Apud Lifuente able to deal it now to the near side. Fed over now to the top of the far circle. Wristed in from there, never got through. And I thought a scramble was going to develop in front of the net, but that never materialized, and then we had a whistle. 53 seconds remaining on the Laker penalty. The Lakers have outshot Western Michigan in this game to this point, 14-12, but 2-goal advantage for Western Michigan. Draw near circle. Top of the near circle, brought back now to Bain. Bain wristing it in, deflected wide left. Puck went over to the far side, Western Michigan controlling. Pushed now to Bain again. Jamison Bain back skates to the near boards. Lost it, actually gave it away now, has it back again, he didn't lose it. Now to the high slot here, almost near the midpoint. Wrist shot fired in, that got blocked by the defense that came in from Aiden Yorkin. And now the Lakers able to clear. Bain back to get it into the neutral zone, and will drop it back. 19 seconds for the power play. Fortson across the line, around kind of a basketball-type screen. And a sharp angled shot, bottom of the far circle, didn't get far, and now a stoppage. 12 seconds to go on the Roosevelt penalty. Score holding at 3-1 in favor of Western Michigan. Western Michigan, the only goal of the second period, that came 3:53 in on a power play. That came from Tyler Fortson. Face off far circle to the left of the Lakers net. There's the draw. Came back out now to center ice. Eventually taken back by Western Michigan. Cameron Dames dumped it in, came around now to the near side, came back to center. Lakers able to take it back quickly across the blue line, tried to do something with it, had it poked away, came back to center. Puck taken back now here by Ryan O'Connell, pushed it back into the zone, and now a whistle. Penalty is over, both teams are at full strength. And the clock stopped now with 5:36 to go in the second period. It is a 3-1 lead for Western Michigan. Face-off coming up near right down in the neutral zone. Blake Martino on the face-off of the Lakers, won by Western Michigan. They'll bring it across the line into the Lakers zone, but offside the call, and so we'll have a face-off upcoming. Shots holding at 14-12 in favor of the Lakers. Lakers at the end of the first period led that category 12-8. So they've been outshot here in the second period, 4-2. Face off, bounces to the near boards. Back in behind the net, Tanner Hallett giving chase. Now the Lakers play it around toward the near side. And then rifled back over to the far boards. Taken back here now by O'Connell across the line. Fed it now to the near side to Martino. Goes into the near corner. Rings it around the boards now over to the far side. Back in behind the net. Scramble for it there. Puck poked loose, came to the near side. Dames eventually controlling, and he cleared it to center. Dumped right back in by Tanner Hallett. Boy, that puck came rocketing around the base of the boards to the near side, and now as they went after it toward the near half board, we have a whistle. 4 minutes and change remaining in the second period. And we'll have our first Western Michigan penalty of the game. This will be Mitchell Goodman getting the 2-minute minor. Did not see the signal. We'll wait for the call on the public address. But either way, for the first time tonight, it'll be a Laker power play opportunity. Danny Bazach on the draw, near circle to the left of the Stallion net.
Stallions penalty on number 23, Mitchell Goodman. 2 minutes for boarding at 4:42 remaining in the second period. Mitchell Goodman. 2 minutes for boarding at 4:42.
Across the line now, Lakers power play on the ice. Around to the near side now to Blake Martino. Sends in a blast. And it got through, and the save was made by Mazurek. I think the Lakers, it looked like, were trying to set up a redirect. That didn't work out. Around now to the near side of Martino again. In closer here. Shoots, and it went wide left. Oh, about halfway home. I thought it might have a chance to go in. Now it's cleared all the way by Western Michigan. Back up the near boards now. Across the line. Here's Luke Waterston. Sharp angled shot. Save made by Mazurek. Did give up a rebound, but no one was there for the Lakers. Now players from both sides kind of circling the puck like vultures, and it went over to the far side now as the Lakers take it back. They were all like circling around, waiting to move in. Danny Bazac now back with it in the neutral zone across the blue line, and it'll be offside against the Lakers, I believe. .52 seconds remaining on the Roosevelt power play. .334 remaining in the second period. Face up near right down in the neutral zone. Won by Western Michigan. Backed along the far boards, back into the Lakers zone. Nicholas L. leaves it there. Taken here by Bowen Lopez for the Lakers. Lopez right up the gut. Over to the far boards. Bringing it across, I believe that's going to be Euler. Had it poked away and cleared again down to the other end of the ice by Western Michigan. Under a half minute remaining on the Roosevelt power play. Here now is Bowen Lopez up the far boards across the red line. Oh, beautifully getting around the defender, but pushed it too far ahead. He caught up to it anyway, and a backhand pass, and then a shot. They score! Great backhand pass by Bowen Lopez to Drake Adams, who buried it. And the Lakers get a power play, and they're back to within one. So the penalty timer is cleared. That goal coming at the 17:03 mark of the period. And we're back to a one-goal game.
Lakers goal by number 26, Bowen Lopez. Off the assist by number 27, Drake Adams at 2:57 remaining in the second period. Bowen Lopez power play goal at 2:57.
They give the goal to Bowen Lopez and the assist from Adams. I initially calling it in real time, thought it was the reverse. Anyway, hard hit applied here at center ice, and it got dumped back into the near corner. Lakers able to take it back. Tanner Hallett with it far side. Backhanded it up ahead. And now the Lakers bring it across the line. Danny Bazac with it. Moving parallel to the blue line. Into the near circle. Shooting. And wide to the left side. Good job there, I think, by Mazurek to cut down the angle. And he didn't give Bazac much of a window to shoot at. Puck now loose into the slot. Wrister from there. And it got deflected wide right. That coming in again from Bazac. Went over to the far side now. And cleared to center. Taken back by Western Michigan. They'll bring it into the Lakers zone 1-on-2. And it slides here toward the net and swept aside here by Nicholas L. Puck went over to the far side now. And across the blue line, Tanner Hallett dropped it back and now taken and cleared by Western Michigan. Heading toward the final minute of the period. Since that last goal, the intensity of the game picking up here a tad. And now we have a whistle. Player taking a tumble right in front of the Laker net. That's Cameron Dames. And we'll have a face-off upcoming. .129 remaining in the second period. Face-off coming up. Going to have a look at the replay of that goal, hopefully during the intermission. Puck into the far corner now and run around the boards now to the near side. Pass here getting by Karowski and dumped back in by Western Michigan. Lakers able to take it back again. Trying to advance it here. That was Andrew Lozenak, poked away. As we again heading toward the final minute head toward the final minute of the second period.
1 minute remains in the period.
And there you have it.
1 minute.
Inside a minute remaining in the period. 3-2 in favor of Western Michigan. Puck came here to the near side, reversed around, popped into the air, lands here. Fortson has it, bottom of the near circle. Tried a centering pass. Bit of a mini scramble along the near post, and now a whistle. One of the players down there for Western Michigan, and then a little trip there going on. Aiden Yorkin, I think, back to his skates and kind of stuck that right leg out there, and a Laker player went tumbling. We have 43 seconds remaining in the second period, 3-2 in favor of Western Michigan. Face-off coming up near circle to the right of the Laker net. Looks like it'll be Garrett Walker on the face-off for Western Michigan. Draw came top of the near circle, fired in from there. Never got through. Travis Thorhog on the attempt. He has it back now, and he backhands it into the near corner. Taken back now by Tanner Hallett for the Lakers. Rink wide pass to the far side to Blake Martino. Into the far circle he goes. Pushed away nicely there as the Lakers tried to move it in deep. I think that was Pratt to knock it away. Puck went into the far corner. Lakers get it back. Throw it right in front, right at the doorstep. No one was there. Hallett then with a one-timer. Swept aside by Mazurek, and now the puck went over to the far boards. Taken there now by Michael Simona. Tried to wrist it in, but he kind of fanned on it, and Western Michigan able to get it back. 7 seconds for the period. Stallions bring it out of the zone, and they play it to the Laker line. Knocked down there by Hallett, and the period coming to an end. So your score here after 2 is Western Michigan 3 and Roosevelt 2. Second period scoring in this game. First goal coming at 3:53, a power play tally. That was Tyler Fortson. And then the Lakers getting a power play goal of their own at 17:03, and we're going to go back and try to ascertain the official goal scorer of that second goal of the period and the second of the game for the Lakers. Overall shots on goal now in this game.
At the end of the second period, it's the Western Michigan Stallions 3 and the Roosevelt Lakers 2. Unofficial shots on goal for the second period is 5 for each team. Once again, unofficial shots on goal, period 2. 5 for the Stallions, 5 for the Lakers. Total shots on goal are on the scoreboard.
So total shots on goal now, 17-13 in favor of the Lakers. And we are through 2. We're going to step aside, and we'll turn down our volume again, and then we'll be back with you in about 10 minutes or so for our, actually about 11 and a half minutes for our third period call. It should be a good final 20 minutes, if not more. 3-2 the score in favor of Western Michigan after 2. Take a break and come back on the other side. This is Roosevelt University Hockey. And we welcome you back to the Edge Ice Arena here in Bensonville, Illinois, as we head now to period number 3. Good hockey game tonight. It is a 3-2 lead for Western Michigan, and we can confirm, we took a look at the replay, and it did appear as if Drake Adams did get the goal at power play tally at 17:03 to make it a 1-goal game. And Bowen Lopez on the assist, and we will move on now to period number 3. In a good game here today, 3-2 in favor of Western Michigan. In the third period, Western Michigan will be going as we look at it, and as you watch on our YouTube channel video stream from left to right, and it'll be Roosevelt from right to left. There's the whistle. And the draw. And we're underway here in period number 3. Western Michigan controlling in their own zone. They played up ahead. Good pass here now went to Garrett Walker, who put it into the Roosevelt zone. It came back around now to the near side and controlled eventually by Kevin Euler for the Lakers. Back around over now to the far side. Puck now poked around in the Lakers zone. Lakers finally able to play it out to the near boards to Danny Bazach. He takes a hit into the near boards, lost possession of the puck in the process. Western Michigan had it, but now they give it away. And a shot from the far side. Pad save made by Mazurek. Rebound by Bazach. A second save in quick succession by Mazurek. Lakers trying to apply the pressure here. First shot there came from Jack Quigley on that sequence. Now the puck went over to the far side. Tanner Hallett with it there for the Lakers. Sends it now to the far corner to Danny Bazach. Bazach pinned against the far end boards. Now they battle for it here. Scrum ensues, and puck now finally came loose, and is scrambled in front of the net. Eventually the puck coming down to the left wing half board, and Western Michigan able to clear. Fun game to call here tonight on this Saturday evening in October at the Edge. Lakers have it now in behind their own net. Tanner Hallett wheeling around. Applying some light pressure here, Mitchell Goodman. Lakers bringing up the far boards. Into the Stallion zone, pushed too far ahead, and now the Stallions able to bring it back out on their own right. Drop back here. Here's Niche. Into the near circle, pushed it ahead, caught up to it, sharp angled shot, pad save made there by L. Rebound one over to the far corner now. Lakers trying to clear, they can't do it. Taken back now by Western Michigan. Trying to barrel his way through traffic there was Cameron Dames. Puck loose in the far circle along with a stick. Lakers able to gain control back. Now they'll play it over to the far side and lofted back into the Western Michigan zone. Just underway, a little bit over a minute gone by here in the third period. 3-2 in favor of Western Michigan. Stallions rink-wide pass. Oh, great steal here, but then it'll be offside against the Lakers after Mike Abrego taking it away and going into the zone, and we'll have a face-off coming up in the neutral zone. Well, that looked promising, but instead of face-off, 17:55 to go in the third period. 3-2 in favor of Western Michigan. Here's the draw, near left out of the neutral zone. Battled for here and taken eventually back by Jamison Bain. Put it up ahead now. Actually put it to the far boards. Then it got put up ahead. It slides all the way through traffic back into the Lakers zone. Nice pass here by Abrego. Up ahead. Here is Martino. Deals into the far circle. Shot from there. Went about 3 feet, then got poked away. Puck went over to the far boards. Back now in behind the net it goes. Came around now to the near side. Back over now to the far boards again. Pass up ahead, and that gets by Lane Brubaker-Egner, and it came to the near side. Lakers across the blue line. Fed into the high slot for Martino. That pass didn't connect. Puck went to the far boards. Western Michigan back into the Lakers zone now. Skidding into the near circle. Oh, no shot available. Good defensive work by the Lakers. Now a shot from the far circle. Looked like it might have gone wide. Puck now goes to the end boards. Pinned there. Scrum ensues. Puck loose. And now a second scrum. This is amazing how this can happen. How it gets pinned and no one can get to it. Eventually the puck loose. Wrist shot from the far point went wide right. Came back now here into the right wing corner. Battled for there. Who wants it? That's an obstructed part of the rink here from our booth position. And now the puck came back out along the near board to the neutral zone. Mike Abrego backhanding it back in now to the Stallion zone, and once it's retrieved by Landon Mills, we'll have a face-off coming up. Lakers have outshot Western Michigan 20-13 now in the game. 16:27 to go in the third period. And we have a penalty coming up now to Western Michigan, so an opportunity for the Lakers. This will be a 2-minute minor coming up for Tyler Fortson. Their leading goal scorer, leading offensive weapon, will have to sit out for a pair. And the Laker power play opportunity, a chance to get the equalizer. Danny Bazach on the draw, near circle.
Stallions penalty on number 27, Tyler Fortson. 2 minutes for tripping at 16:27 remaining in the third period.
Lakers not able to keep it in far side. Good pressure applied on Blake Martino, and the puck just barely sliding beyond the blue line. And everybody on the on the Western Michigan bench who are on that side of the rink had a great view of the blue line, and they were all pointing and yelling offside, offside, and the official made the call. Face off far left out in the neutral zone. Lakers win it, 1:45 for the power play. Puck came to the near side. That slides by back into the Lakers zone as Luke Waterston has to backtrack a little bit to get back to the puck. Waterston played it now to the near side. Lakers bring it up the near boards across the line. Danny Bazach, 1-on-2. In toward the near half board. Rings it around the boards, back in behind the net. Played over to the far side by Western Michigan. Lakers able to take it back. Top hash marks, far circle. Lakers biding their time here, looking for the opportunity. Wristed in, far side. It went wide right. I'm not so sure that was even a shot. Puck now played here to the left wing half board. Taken back again now by Quigley. Pulls up as he overskated it behind the net. Tried to get back to it. Pushed it over to the far point. Knocked down. It went along the dasher, and then it was knocked down. Right wing point. Lakers keep it in. Abrego, far circle. Behind the net, back now to the right wing point. And a rink-wide pass. Deflects and pinballs all the way back into the Lakers zone. Luke Waterston back to get it now for Roosevelt. 44 seconds to go on the RU power play. I think an important sequence in this game taking place right now. Lakers bank it along the near board. Slides back into the Western Michigan zone. And the Stallions able to clear all the way. Nicholas L. behind the net will drop it back. 25 seconds remaining on the Laker penalty, on the Laker power play. Puck now came here to the near boards. Across the line, here's Euler. Skating in deep, spins and lost it, and again cleared by Western Michigan. Stallions doing a real good job here of kind of clogging up the area in front of the net, getting a hold of the puck and then being able to clear it. 5 seconds to go on the penalty. Lakers bring it up over the red line, near side. Across the blue line, and Bowen Lopez with a shot, low line drive, and the save made here by Chris Mazurak, and we'll have a face-off coming up. The penalty over, both teams at full strength. 14:24 remaining in the third period. 3-2, Western Michigan with the lead. Here's the draw, near circle to the right of the Roosevelt net. I should say the Stallion net. Puck went into the left wing corner, trying to chase it down. Timothy Pickerel came back here to the near boards. Lakers able to keep it in. Went down to the high slot, and then it'll be cleared all the way again by Western Michigan. They are doing a great job here. It'll be icing, though, against Western Michigan, so the Lakers will get an opportunity in an offensive zone faceoff with 14 minutes and change remaining in the third period. Western Michigan in front, 3-2. Face-off, far circle now to the left of the Western Michigan net. Here's the draw. It's jammed up right on the face-off dot. Finally came loose. Western Michigan banking it out of the zone. Back to the Lakers zone it goes. Stopped there by Nicholas L. Pushes it forward over to Tanner Hallett. Stops, brings it up the far side. Hallett now. Nice job bringing it up the near boards. Dumping it back in. Rolling around the boards over to the far side. Gets by numerous players. Kept into the right wing point by Roosevelt. Now to the near side, Bain backhands it, and it kind of trickles in front of the net and then got swept aside. I thought for a minute Mazurak would cover it up. Tried by Hallett. Save made. Rebound out front. Lakers cannot light the lamp. Now a scramble along the far post and finally a whistle. Looked like an opportunity was developing there for Gabe Kruger for the Lakers. But we are holding at 3-2 in favor of Western Michigan. 13 minutes, 30 seconds to go in the third period. Face-off coming up, far circle now to the left of the Western Michigan net. Now let's see here. Looks like we'll have a new Stallion into the face-off circle. That's going to be Aiden Yorkin. And off the face-off. Oh, it got popped up into the air and kind of an awkward but a well-executed stop there by Chris Mazurek. Players gathering in front of the net. That got popped into the air, and then it looked like Mazurek was trying to kind of corral it against his left shoulder. He eventually got control of the puck. Lakers now have doubled up the Stallions in shots on goal, 26-13, but the Lakers trailing at 3-2. Face-off, went to the right point, wristed in from there. Now it goes back behind the net, battled for there. Played to the corner, then reversed back again to the near side. Able to keep it in for the moment, Lozenak. Now to the high slot, wrist shot, save, and the rebound. Oh, that puck popped into the air again, and it landed in front of the net. No one was there for a Lakers secondary shot. That shot coming in from Kevin Euler, bidding for his second goal of the game. Now the puck came out here to the near point and fired in by Andrew Lozenak. It got through the traffic and stopped by Mazurek, and we'll have a face-off coming up. Tension building here as this game goes on. 3-2 in favor of Western Michigan, 12:54 for regulation time. Here comes the face-off, near circle to the right of the Western Michigan net. Puck around now to the far boards, and it'll be cleared out to center. Lakers take it back in the center circle. Pushed ahead across the line now, and then kind of chipped in from just inside the blue line by Drake Adams. Puck came around now here to the near circle, and Western Michigan able to get it back. Backhanded up ahead now, went into the Lakers zone. Came here to the near corner. Taken back now by Luke Waterston. Over to the far side it goes. Waterston got it up ahead, then spinning there in open ice and not able to gain control was Drake Adams. And it went back into the Stallion zone. Face-off on the way as icing called against the Lakers. We have more action coming your way tomorrow. Women's soccer at 12 noon from Morris Field in Arlington Heights. It'll be Roosevelt against Grand Valley State. We'll have that for you on our Varsity Sport streaming platform, Flow College. Tomorrow, 12 noon kickoff. Might be a cool rainy day at Morris Field tomorrow. Face off here, pushed to the end boards. Mills was waiting at the near point, and instead now, it was kind of tossed in there along the far side by Ryan Elenich. Puck slides along the base of the boards, back of the net, came here now to the right wing corner. Just over 12 minutes remaining in the third period, 3-2. Western Michigan clinging to the 1-goal lead. Scrum here now along the right wing corner. They battle. Puck finally loose, went over to the far corner. Lakers bringing it up. Came to the neutral zone, and the Lakers not able to keep possession. Brought across the line, wrist shot here, got deflected. That went about 2 feet, then got deflected to the near side. That shot coming in from Elenich. Puck went over out of the far corner. Centering pass attempt here, right on the doorstep. They tried to jam it home, and now it got poked away. Lakers able to get it back through the neutral zone, angling to the far side, Karowski. And he had it taken away. Western Michigan back across the line. Drive from the far side and a save right on. That shot was right on, and the save made by Nicholas L. and we'll have a face-off upcoming. I thought the Lakers were going to have a really good opportunity there materialize, but instead a takeaway and a shot here by Elijah Puchner, but it was stopped there by Nicholas L. 3-2. That was the 15th shot on goal of the game for Western Michigan. On the draw here was Lane Brubaker-Egner. Puck went over to the far side now. Then lobbed back in behind the net. Lakers able to take it back. They push it ahead. Abrego, rink-wide pass over to the far side now. Lakers across the Stallion line. Ran in along the boards, back toward the area behind the net. Came in front. Oh, they tried a little quick one-timer, but it didn't really work out. It went wide to the right side as that was Martino on the shot. Blake with it back. He'll send in a blast. Redirected wide right. Went over to the far boards again. Now back in behind the net. Came down to the left wing corner. Stallions try to chase it down. They're able to clear the zone temporarily. Fortson then overskating the puck. Puck back into the Stallion zone, and now Western Michigan with it back. They'll now play it up the near boards. Fortson taking a fall. Got help here. And now Jamison Bain across the line. Deals it into the near circle. Got popped back toward Bain, but he couldn't get control. Thrown in front now and went over to the far side. Lakers able to take it back. Lobbed up ahead now. It rolls into the Stallion zone. Track down there. Oh, my goodness, losing his balance. Couldn't see yet who it was. But one of the Lakers going crashing into the boards. Back the other way. Long pass here. Fortson able to catch up to it. Came into the near circle. Fed it into the slot. Quick shot here. Covered up by L. And then a whistle. Actually, the puck coming loose. And then eventually we have a whistle. Well, never did see, or at least never did I saw the player go into the end boards, but never could ascertain the identity. But either way, everybody okay and back on their skates. 10:05 remaining in the game. 3-2 Western Michigan with a lead. Face up near circle. And it is Rory Nish on the draw for Western Michigan. Puck into the right wing corner now. Both teams going after it there. Battled for, taken back by the Lakers. Came back now here into the right wing corner. Pushed ahead, cleared to center. Fired right back in by Sidney Pratt. Puck now back in behind the Roosevelt net. Lakers able to take control. Not for long. Puck loose, far corner. Able to run it down there. Cameron Dames couldn't hold on to it. Lakers now bring it through the neutral zone. Across the Logan with center ice. Across the line near side. Danny Bazach pulls up now left wing corner. Dropped it back now to the near point. Now rink wider to the right side. Flung in from there and went wide right. Western Michigan looking to clear, and they're able to do so. I think it was Bowen Lopez on that last shot. We have icing coming up here now. So the Lakers getting an offensive zone faceoff opportunity. 9:14 to go in regulation. Holding at 3-2 in favor of Western Michigan. Here's the faceoff near circle now to the right of the Western Michigan net. Danny Bazach on the faceoff for the Lakers. Draw, went whistling through the slot, went over to the far side. Dames gets to it there and clears all the way to the other end. Lakers retrieve, and they'll work it up the far boards. They trail 3-2. They've outshot Western Michigan by a margin of 11. Puck now around here to the near corner. Jammed up there. Came back into the near corner again. Walker tried to get to it. Couldn't do so. Got help. Now the puck coming here to the near boards, and a whistle as they jam up right in front of the Western Michigan bench. .8:41 to go in regulation time. 3-2 in favor of Western Michigan. Face up near left dot now in the neutral zone. Here's the draw. Came back. Western Michigan has it. Rink wide pass over to the far side. They'll bring it into the Lakers zone. Then it's going to be chipped in from there. Went back in behind the net. Michael Somona giving chase. Can't clear it. Kept in left wing point. Fired in from there. And deflected into the far corner. Stallions get it back again. They try to throw it into the slot. They did so, but no one was there. It came to the near side. Lakers now trying to bring it back the other way. Came to the near boards, and then it got rink-wided over to the far side and taken again now by Roosevelt. They have it along the near boards. Flipped up ahead through the neutral zone. Stallions get it back at their own blue line. Nice move there around the defensive pressure. Across the line. Wrist shot from the far side. Didn't go very far. Battled for here as it went into the far corner. All the while with the puck there and getting the shot away was Puchner. He got taken down and still now trying to get back on his knees, back up on his skates from his knees, and now eventually a whistle. Puchner was tangling there in the far corner, and it looks like Puchner is going to get a penalty. He was getting entangled there, I think, with Lucas Karowski. He got taken down, and then Puchner wound up getting called for the penalty. Lakers, their second power play of the third period on the way. They trail 3-2. .747 for the third. Each team does have a power play goal in the game. And we'll have a face-off far circle now to the left of the Western Michigan net. Here's the face-off, won by the Lakers. They have it at the right wing point. Over to the top hash marks, far circle. Back now out front. Wrist shot in from there and a save.
Puchner. 2 minutes for a hold at 7:47 remaining in the third period. Elijah Puchner 2 minutes for holding at 7:47 remaining in the third period.
All right, face-off far circle now, and it's going to be played all the way back to the other end of the ice. Taken here now by Roosevelt. Now moving up the far boards, across the line, and into the far corner it goes. Back in behind the net. Came around now to the near side. Back to the midpoint. Lakers barely able to keep it in. Now they try to pass it to the near side, and it pinballs back, ricocheting back into the Lakers zone. Bowen Lopez back to take it now here for Roosevelt. He has it in his own zone in the near face-off circle. 1 minute remaining on the Laker power play. 6 minutes plus remaining in regulation. Dramatic conclusion in the offing here at the edge. Lakers across the line. Martino through traffic, pushed into the far corner. Tracked down there, I think, by Quigley. He has it back in behind the net. Came around now to the near side. Back out to center ice, and it'll be tracked down by Luke Waterston. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Now Danny Bazach across the logo. Across the blue line, far side. Into the far corner he goes. In front, backhander from point-blank range, and a save made by Mazurek, and now Western Michigan able to clear. Over to the far side now, played here by L. Lakers now push it across the line on the right wing side. In deep. Oh, a quick shot here. Mazurek almost spread eagled off over the ice. Not able to hold on to it. It went over to the far boards now. Into the right wing corner it goes. Back now to the right wing point. Back out front. Waterston. Around to the near side to Bazach. Return pass into the slot. Jam up there. Quigley tried to release the shot. It never went far. Taken back by Western Michigan. Penalty over. Both teams at full strength. They move it into the far circle. Richter in front, and they score. Pass right on the doorstep. Front edge of the crease, and it just got flipped in as Luke Gruda with a goal, and it's now a 4-2 Western Michigan lead. And I believe they may give this instead to Alejandro Puda La Fuente. We'll wait on the official announcement, but either way, that could be a backbreaker for the Lakers. 5:35 remaining here, so the goal coming at 14:25 of the third. And the Lakers trail 4-2.
Stallions goal by number 12, Alejandro Apu de la Fuente. Off the assist by number 17, Landis Mills.
So give Mills the assist, and again, Apu de la Fuente with a goal. 4-2 in favor of Western Michigan. And now a quick shot here from the top of the far circle. Turned away and a face-off coming up. Now the Lakers kind of up against it here a little bit. They trail 4-2. 5:16 to go in the third. Face-off coming up near circle to the left of the Laker net. Rory Nish in the draw for Western Michigan. Kind of got tangled up there, and now an immediate whistle. The Lakers may have a similar result tonight as they did last night. They outshot Western Michigan 40-31, but were on the short end of a 4-1 score. Tonight, the Lakers have outshot Western Michigan 30-18, but they trail 4-2. Face-off near circle again. Tanner Hallett got to it for the Lakers. Put it over to the far boards. Lakers bringing it through the neutral zone. Into the Stallion zone. Put over now to the far corner, I think, by Quigley. Puck went back in behind the net. Taken back now by Jamison Bain for Western Michigan. He'll bring it up the far boards, picking up a head of steam into the Lakers zone. Little drop off there, but it got poked away, went into the far corner. That pass intended for Cameron Dames, now taken back now by the Lakers. Backhander over to the far boards, banks back into the Western Michigan zone. Back to get to it, Mitchell Goodman. Around the boards now to the near corner. Lakers able to take it back. Danny Bazach from near the high slot, little mini spinorama, and it got turned away. And now Bain controls for Western Michigan. To the far boards it goes, tracked down by Tanner Hallett. He'll back skate into his own zone. Hallett wheels around, again back into his own end. Had pressure applied there by Lane Brubaker-Egner, but he lost his balance Lakers trying to take advantage along the near boards. Sharp angled shot thrown in front here, and that one got turned away. As on the attempt for the Lakers there was Drake Adams, bidding for his second goal of the game. Puck went into the far corner now. Clock winding down, under 4 minutes remaining in the third. Bowen Lopez fed it into the slot. And a little one-timer there, went over the crossbar, I think, and into the glass behind the net, as that was taken by Lucas Karowski. Puck now back here along the near boards. And it went over to the far side, came back to center. Bowen Lopez with it now for the Lakers. Lopez banks it along the far boards. And a backhand rink wider came to the near side. Across the line now. Here's Lozenak. Lozenak in deep. Tosses it in front, went over to the far boards. Now it caroms all the way back into the Roosevelt zone. Bowen Lopez able to get back to it. 3:18 remaining in the game. Lakers down by a pair. Hard-fought game tonight, very well played. Not a whole lot of penalties. Here now, here's Fortson back the other way, across the line. Sharp angled shot, and it whistles wide into the near corner. Kept in here near side now by Apud Lafuente. Came back to the near point. This time not able to keep it in Sidney Pratt. Lakers bring it out of the zone. They played over to the far side into the Stallion zone it goes. Pulling up, spinning around far side, Crozier. Sends it back in deep. It came around out of the near side. Western Michigan able to take control again. They play it up ahead now to Apud Lafuente. Across the line now. Overskating the puck, and now the Lakers able to get it back. They bring it now into the Stallion zone, but now they can't hold on to it. That whole sequence began when Ryan Elenich overskated the puck, but the Lakers couldn't cash in. Now back to it here in the neutral zone, and dumping it in will be Mitchell Goodman for Western Michigan. 2:12 remaining in the game. Puck now came loose here near side. Taken back by Kevin Euler. The Lakers now in a turnover. Quick shot here. Save made by L. Rebound out front, and now Nicholas L will be able to cover it up. Lakers turning it over, and Goodman with a great opportunity to ice the game. But it stays a 2-goal difference, but time now winding down and not a friend to the Lakers. Exactly 2 minutes remaining in the third. Face-off near circle to the left of the Roosevelt net. On the face-off is Rory Nish for Western Michigan. Puck came around now to the near side, lobbed high into the air, and I believe it'll hit the rafters, and we'll have a face-off coming up. Now 1:52 remaining in the hockey game. 4-2 Western Michigan. Here comes the draw, near right dot in the neutral zone. Nish again on the draw for Western Michigan. Went up against Danny Bazaj. Puck now slides over to the far side. Lakers able to take it there. They need a pair, and time running down. Through the neutral zone, tossed into the Stallion end of the ice. Oh my goodness, that wasn't even a check. It was just a slip and fall and a hard fall into the boards taken there behind the net. Fortunately, everybody okay. That was Rory Nish, who took a hard fall and went crashing into the end boards. Back the other way now, Goodman rink winds it over to the far side, pushed across into the Lakers zone. Tracking it down, Dames. And now contact in the far corner, and we have a whistle, and let's see if we have a penalty coming up. If we do, someone will sit out the rest of regulation time. 1:16 remaining in the game. And now a timeout taken by Roosevelt. So 1:16 remaining in the third. Timeout on the ice with a score. Western Michigan 4, Roosevelt 2. We'll pause and then come back with the ending to this game after a break. This is Roosevelt University Hockey. back at the edge. Face off far right down in the neutral zone out of a timeout. 1:16 remaining in regulation time. Let's see here if Nicholas L. remains in the net for very long. Face off, he'll have to stay in the net right now as it went back into the Roosevelt zone. Looked like there it was Brubaker Egner to get to it. Went over to the far side now, taken again by the Lakers. And here comes Nicholas L., sixth attacker on for the Lakers. Dump back in now to the Western Michigan zone. Drake Adams got to it under a minute remaining. Thrown in front, it came down to the near boards. And now along the near side all the way back into the Lakers zone. Waterston fed it up ahead. Backhanded up now toward the Laker line, but now it'll be dropped back in from the Western Michigan line. Drop back to the Laker line, and now back across into the Western Michigan zone. Puck now back in behind the net, came around to the near side. Down to 35 seconds remaining. Empty net for the Lakers. Lakers, that sixth attacker. Adams rings it around the boards over to the far side now. Hallett back to the right wing point. Return pass to Tanner Hallett into the far circle. Skating in deep. Oh, they allowed him a lot of room there. Threw it in front, but no shot was taken. It wound up going here into the near corner. Down to 17 seconds. Time fading away. Here's Bowen Lopez with it. Wrist shot in deep. Looked like they tried to redirect it. It went wide to the near side. Western Michigan able to take it back. 6 seconds remaining. A hard-fought game here tonight. But Western Michigan about to claim victory as it'll go all the way to the other end. And the game comes to a conclusion. And Western Michigan sweeps the weekend series against Roosevelt here, winning last night 4-1, and they take the nightcap of this series by a final of 4-2 here in Bensonville. Only goal of the third period, that came at 14:25. And if memory serves, it was scored by Alejandro Pudlafuente. Final shots on goal for the game, 32 for the Lakers, 20 for Western Michigan. So they'll wrap it up here for tonight. And we thank Jeff Euler, our camera operator, and we thank all of you for tuning in. Thanks as well to Andy Potzinger and Steve Hayes on game operations. And again, thank you all for tuning in tonight on our YouTube channel video feed here this evening. Again, your final score will be back as the schedule goes along for Roosevelt hockey here at the Edge. But your final here tonight, Western Michigan 4 and Roosevelt 2. Hope you'll join us for tomorrow's soccer action on our varsity sports streaming platform, Flow College. It'll be Roosevelt against Grand Valley State, 12 noon kickoff. But that'll wrap it up here tonight from the Edge. Again, your final, Western Michigan 4, Roosevelt 2. Hope to see you as we continue on throughout the season. Either way, until we speak to you again, this is Tom Westenfeld. Thank you so much for being with us. And for now, from the Edge Ice Arena here in Bensonville, Illinois, we wish you all a very pleasant good night.